About 2 years ago, I bought this 35mm film camera from a flea market in Joshua Tree for about $10, and I actually haven't used it yet, so I don't know if it works. So I'm gonna grab some cheap film. And walking, this is fake as Fuji 36 exposure, 400 film. And go on a little photo walk to see if it works. Now I gotta fucking go over here. I gotta back up. I gotta pretend that I'm coming in. Oh, there's someone behind me now. That's kind of funny. I really don't know if this works because it is making the quietest sound. What I'm noticing too is that according to the focusing thing on here, most everything is kind of at infinity. 2.6 feet is the close focus, or 0.8 meters, and 5 meters is the farthest before infinity. Oh, this is kind of weird. This is kind of weird. There's something here. I'm gonna speak at this horrible angle of me, but yeah, I noticed that something that happens with this is that the shutter got a little stuck sometimes. It would just, not the shutter, but the aperture would get stuck sometimes if I went to auto, and it would get stuck on the smaller aperture. So there's a chance that my aperture isn't changing whenever I make adjustments. So there could be things that are severely underexposed, overexposed, but curious to see. I'm gonna try and finish this roll today so that way I can find out. The focusing system on this is pretty convenient to kind of keep an eye on where everything is. There it is. I'm gonna bracket that slightly. I'm gonna go to an 8 also. So I think I just finished the roll. Saw an old Celica and just decided to roll it on that. And now I am rewinding everything. Oh God. And moment of truth. Let's see. Pop. There it is. Roll is done. I'm gonna take this home and develop it now. That's a long roll. I just realized that was on manual focus, so sorry, that was out of focus. But it's done, developing time. Oh yeah, we got some images. So it seems like the camera works. So I left this to dry for about an hour or two, and now it is time to cut it, sleeve it, and scan it. So I brought these in the Lightroom, and after cropping and doing a white balance change, opening Negative Lab Pro, and converting all of these. I like to use the Frontier model. I'm not sure why. I think it introduces a little more green, and I do have like kind of a preference for that green shift because it feels a little more filmy. Everything else is default. So hit convert. I actually converted these the other day, but for the sake of the video and showing the process, I unconverted them and I'm converting them again. But they will hold some of my other edits, but I'll run through some of those while we're looking through these. Converting takes a while. And there we go. So there are some images. And let me go through a couple of these, some ones that I want to point out. I'm not focused on the film stock that I try to use. I was more trying to figure out if the camera worked and using different exposures. So in this one, I just took some pictures of my dog. I was also testing out the focus because I didn't really know how it works. And this one I was testing to see whether or not the aperture was working because it was sticky before. And I think in this one, I overexposed like 2 or 3 stops. In this one, I'll reverse what I did in the edits, overexposed by I think a stop or 2 on my dog's face. It's not the best photo in the world, but just to prove that the camera worked, because that's what I was going for, worked out just fine. And then here's another one where I kind of wanted to test out the lens and the sharpness of it. So in this one, let me hit apply. In this one, I saw this old car in my neighborhood. I wanted to see how the lens did, and it's pretty good. It's got some sharpness here. I think I was at a 5.6. I still haven't shot this wide open because I've been outside doing all these shots. So I will do another test maybe with 250D and do that indoors or outdoors. I'm gonna go on another walk and try and see where the sweet spot is with the aperture, because I haven't really used it wide open, which I did hear it's kind of soft wide open, but it could be kind of nice and pleasing and dreamy. So I'm gonna test that out later. But for this, 5.6, it's pretty good, pretty grainy because it's 400, but you can see some detail. And I went to this close up over here, and there's some detail in there, good for 35mm. You can see some of the lettering in here, so did resolve pretty well. And at a 5.6, I mean, most lenses will be good at a 5.6, even if it's pretty old. And most of the time I did have to keep this at 500th of a second and close down the aperture a bit, because it only goes up to 500 and I had 400 speed film in here, and I was shooting outdoors in the daytime, which might not have been the best idea, but it proved to me that it works. And I didn't get any light leaks in any of these, so I was wondering if I had to fix any of the light seals in this camera. Didn't have to, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think I went from an 8 to an 11 on this. It's pretty sharp. There is a little bit of softness to it, so I'm wondering if that is just because it's introducing some diffraction. I think this one was an 8, which it feels pretty good. It doesn't feel too soft. I think I got my focus right, but I think you can see there's a little bit of softness here. Don't get too much of that detail, but there could be a variety of things. It could be the lens, it could be my scanning, it could be just a lot of things. You can see that there's some letters and some everything here resolving. So overall, I think the camera's good to go. I'm gonna keep using it, keep running through it, make a couple more videos about it, and see what it's like as we go. And now, because the tactile feel of just developing it, scanning it, doing everything, I'm gonna do the last step and print some out, because I have a 4x6 photo album I keep a lot of photos in, and see how the prints do, and put them in the album. So overall, for about $10, I got a pretty good deal on this QL17 from that flea market, and I'm glad it worked out, because the form factor of this, the look of it, and just the robustness of it, and just how simple it is really, really nice. The only thing that I feel limiting sometimes is, again, that 500 speed shutter speed. When you're using higher ISOs and shooting outside, it does feel a little limiting, especially if you want to stay kind of at that 2 or 1.7. But it's not too big of a deal because this is so light, I'm going to take it everywhere. So I'll shoot at a 5.6 or an 8 if I need to, and probably just load it with some slower film. So later on this week, I'm going on a photo walk with a friend. I'm going to put some 250D in here, shoot some more rolls, and put it through its paces again, and just kind of see how it does, because this is so fun to bring around. And I forget who said it, I think it was Chase Jarvis, the best camera is the one you have with you, and if I'm gonna bring this around, then that's gonna be the best camera for me. And then eventually I'm gonna make a video about making some picture frames for some of these photos, because I'm just really enjoying printing right now. Mixing in the wood stuff and the photo stuff, and really just making art, because I've realized that's what I like doing. So yeah, I don't know if the next video is going to be a wood thing or a photo thing, but regardless, whatever it is, thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you in the next one.